Hey everybody, how's it going? I hope you're all having a great day. So I want to follow up on something I talked about yesterday. Yesterday I went over how as I'm going about my legislative efforts in all these states to try to get right to repair passed, whether for consumer electronics or for agricultural equipment, I am running into roadblocks from time to time. And surprisingly, some of those roadblocks are the very groups that are supposed to be representing farmers. And I think it's really cool that less than one day later, a large mainstream media outlet, Bloomberg, did a really good piece on this. So this is not just something that's limited to Vice. This is not just something that you see on Reddit. It's starting to get some mainstream media attention. So it says John Deere is facing a farmer revolt. They're talking about customers wanting the right to repair their machines, endangering a key revenue stream. It's a 16-minute video, and I'm not going to play it because I don't want to get copyright struck, but I highly suggest that you watch it, and I'll link it down below. In this video, they go over a number of different things. They go over the fact that part sales for repair is becoming an increasingly large revenue stream for John Deere, while sales of certain new products are going down. So they're making more money in many different ways, but selling you the product is not that way. It is via service, which creates this really perverse incentive structure to make it more and more difficult to repair what you own. It goes over a lot of the issues that farmers have and what they're doing to address them. I'm really happy to see that Senator Tom Brandt was given a lot of time to speak and share his thoughts in this piece with Bloomberg. For those of you who don't follow my channel regularly or understand, in 2017, I showed up to both record and testify at a right to repair hearing in Nebraska alongside a bunch of farmers. And this politician over here actually laughed at us. And this person was just, and also this person did as well, Ernie Chambers, and her, I forget her name, her last name, I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's anyway, so there was a person who was a farmer in Nebraska who didn't really like this, and he ran against her, and he won. That's Senator Tom Brandt right there. And what he did as a farmer, he didn't just get in office and then not do anything. He actually put his money where his mouth was and decided to reintroduce the very bill that she laughed at. And he co-sponsored it. And he's been doing everything that he can to try to get it moved forward. Now, I don't know where Mr. Brandt is on a number of different issues. I don't know if I would agree with him politically on everything because I haven't looked up all of his views. But what I can say is that I have a high level of respect for him because he was a farmer. He was aggravated at the way his local politicians were, again, I have this on video and I'm glad I do, literally laughing at their constituents. So he said, I'm going to run, I'm going to win, and when I win, I'm going to do the exact thing that I said that I was going to do when I ran as a private citizen, which is push right to repair forward. And that's exactly what he did. This bill over here, NELB 543. I don't know why I said NE. That's Nebraska out loud. That's kind of stupid. But it's the end of the day, so give me a break. And he is the only co-sponsor on this bill, and he's doing everything he can to push forward what he believes in. There's not a lot of politicians nowadays that will say something when they're running, and then when they actually get elected, go about doing that very specific thing that they said that they were going to do. But he did. And I'm really happy that he is doing everything that he's doing, and I hope that he continues to do what he's doing, and I hope he's able to get more co-sponsors as time goes along. I hope he's able to get them to vote on it, and I hope that he is able to push things forward for farmers in that area. But I think this is really cool that, again, a large mainstream media outlet is starting to cover this. It's no longer just Vice, this Reddit post, that YouTube video. It's starting to pick up a little steam that farmers are pissed. They are sick and tired of getting an excuse or the can getting kicked down the road over and over again. As I mentioned yesterday, I spoke to someone about the language that they were using, that, farmers are not as interested in doing their own repairs or able to. And I'm just thinking, you represent farmers. I'm fairly certain that that's not the way that farmers would describe this. I'm fairly certain that the members of this organization would not particularly be happy with their interest being expressed this way to lobbyists and legislators when that's literally the exact opposite of the way that they wish to be represented. I've heard through the grapevine that there were some aggravated farmers this morning in Nebraska that were not particularly happy with the way things were going at the leadership of certain organizations that's supposed to be representing them that are starting to put up a fuss and honestly put up a fuss, get started, get aggravated. Again, I'm not saying that you should, I'm not saying to like scream and break windows and, all this other kind of crap. But I think that it's about time that they say, okay, you're supposed to be representing me. Can you show me what you're doing? Can you explain to me the timeline? Can you explain why you're making the decisions that you're making, what it is you're saying when you're representing us, what you're doing to move things forward? And if you're not moving things forward, then can you kindly allow us to try in our own way to move things forward on our own terms? And I'm happy for them, and I really do hope that they start moving things forward. I hope that this continues to get more mainstream media attention. That's it for today. As always, hope you learned something. I will be doing an interview tomorrow about the John Deere lawsuit that's going on, this antitrust lawsuit, with an individual that I'm going to be doing some work with in the future, and I hope that it winds up being educational. And as always, I hope you learned something. See you all in the next video. Bye now.